All right, my friends, this week on Prof and Dev Play Games, we are breaking down, or at least talking about, the Ghost of Yotei State of Play. Stay tuned. All right, my friends, welcome to episode 486 of Prof and Dev Play Games. And this is the first time in the 10-year history of our podcast where I am calling in from a dorm room.
That's true.
Oh, man. This is Professor, this is Larry at Prof Plays Games on Blue Sky. Over there is Anthony the Dev at Summerspeak on Blue Sky. How are you tonight, Anthony?
I'm doing well. Not a whole lot going on. It's been a very nice in Washington. I would say hot, but I'm pretty sure it's hotter where potentially you are.
Holy shit, it's been like 100 degrees here. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, we're at like 85. It's fine. But I'm from the Pacific Northwest, and my entire family, we're all sitting here going, "Oh, it's hot."
It's too hot, too hot. Oh man. Yeah, I didn't expect Mile High City to be so hot, but it is for sure.
Summer in Denver. Yeah.
Summer in Denver, for sure.
How many years ago was it that I did a road trip? And we hit we flew to Denver and then rented a camper van and did all the national parks in Colorado. That was like...
Oh, wow.
2022, I want to say?
That wasn't very long ago then.
Yeah.
But so you were here summertime then and you felt...
Oh, yeah, it was really hot.
We were lucky. We went down to Cave of the Winds on the hottest day. It was 100 here, and then it was like about 8 degrees cooler down there. So nice. We were lucky to escape a little bit. And then hiding in the middle of a mountain. It was quite cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, here in Denver, excited to be here. Starting a new adventure in my life. So yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Do you ever have to go? I know you're there for now. Do you have to go back every once in a while?
Yeah, every year. So every summer.
Every summer you'll roughly.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yep. So beginning of year 1, beginning of year 2, beginning of year 3, and then I'll come back at the end of year 3 for graduation if all goes well.
Awesome.
Yeah. So it's a great place to be. We had an amazing vacation. It was just like a vacation that you would think would come out of
Denver.
A movie. It was incredible.
Denver is rad. I'll be honest.
It's really rad.
We've talked. I've always brought that up. I'm like, I don't want to move ever, really, right now or anything, but it's one of the few places I'm like, it would be a fine area to be. I really like the city. I have a good friend who lives in the suburb there. So.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
Ben Mason. You met him before.
Yep. I remember Ben.
So yeah, nice he lives just outside of Denver.
That's cool.
Not Boulder, some kind of between Denver and Boulder.
Okay.
So, yeah.
It's a great place.
Yeah.
But enough about that. We're here to talk about video games. And there was a State of Play announced. It was the Ghost of Yotei State of Play. I think it was announced like a month ago or so. And it just finally happened this past week. I have a couple of top-level thoughts, but I want to get yours first, Anthony. What did you think?
I was just excited to get more about this game. Going into it, I was like, if they just show me Ghost of Tsushima, but just a bit better graphics, some clean up some of the just different parts of the game. Because I didn't think anything in Ghost of Tsushima was terrible, really.
No.
Like, it was a solid game, and I'm like, well, you just do that, but a little bit better. What they showed was a lot better. It looks amazing. Like,
it really does.
They at least from what they're showing, I'm like, okay, this seems like a big step up from the previous game. Like, they took what worked there and were like, hey, now let's spend some years just like iterating on it and making it the best version of the game it can be. And it shows. Like, graphically, of course, it looks incredible. It just needs to hit a PS5 now. It's not cross-gen. Ghost of Tsushima was PS4, right?
Yes, exactly.
It was
PS4, and then eventually got upgraded to a PS5 version, but not a launch.
Yeah. And so this just goes back to showing that. There's what I came away at the end was there is also a respect for the source material
Mm-hmm.
that was in some ways felt deeper than the first game. Like showing the composer and how that was done, a care for the place in Japan they're setting this, and kind of the history of that area. Like I don't know, there's a part of me that's like, okay, clearly you care a lot about this being a Western company making this thing,
Right.
about that northern Japan has a lot of history, Hokkaido, we call it now, where this was Japan was unifying and they were pushing into the native population
Yeah,
of
the
that
Ainu. Yeah.
the Ainu of that island. And the Ainu people still exist. They still live in that area.
Yeah.
And so I've seen other things and stuff where they've like spent a lot of time with the Ainu and learning about their traditions and trying to actually like respect it and do a good job showing that, to the world through this game. So that actually hit me a little bit harder than I was expecting. I've just been like, oh, they care. They really care, and they're really trying to, I don't know, be sensitive about it, but still tell their story. And man, the main character, she looks awesome.
She's
Like,
a
holy cow.
badass, man. Oh my God. She is such a badass. There's so much that stood out to me from this trailer. I'm like you. I loved Ghost of Tsushima. I platinumed it. I went and looked back at our trophies, at yours and mine. And I platinumed this game faster than I platinumed any game. It was like 2 months, and that's fast for me. I just really tore into this. I remember like an early memory of a state of play for Ghost of Tsushima during the pandemic. It was like March or April. It was early in the pandemic. Just went outside with my iPhone and just watched the trailer and was just like, I cannot wait for this game to come out. And it came out, I think, in the summer of 2020. So even before the PS5 came out, if I remember correctly. And there's just so much. I just love this game. I guess the only criticism I'd probably have is like some of the open world kind of stuff to do, like the temples or the fox dens or whatever, somewhat repetitive. But other than that, I mean, I loved everything about it. So when this trailer hit, I was just looking for that game plus, kind of like you. I don't need to see much more to be excited about this game, but it kind of blew me away with what there was in this trailer that was kind of alluding to other things. And I hate to say this, like I walked away from the trailer. There was a Breath of the Wild vista, like that walked up to the top of this cliff and just looked out across.
Yep.
So I got, Breath of the Wild vibes. But then I got Fire Emblem vibes, not because of tactical combat, but because of the weapon triangle.
Oh yeah, they totally. I was like, oh, and you have all the weapons, and you're switching between them depending on who you're facing and what they're using, and the enemies will switch as well.
Yes, exactly. It's kind of turning the stance system in Ghost of Tsushima. I don't know if on its head is the right term, but in a different direction. I think some people didn't like the stance system, and I think for me, I was a little confused about the stance system, about when to use which one. But with looking at what enemy or what weapon the enemy has and then switching my weapon is just much cleaner for me visually to figure out, okay, which one I'm supposed to be doing. It just reminds me of, again, Fire Emblem in that way.
Yeah.
But the thing that intrigues me, a couple of things intrigue me. And maybe you can help me with this. The card system where you could kind of determine how you go through the next part of the story. You could either be doing side stuff or critical pathing, or I didn't quite get the variation there, but it seemed like you could kind of experience the story in a different way depending on how you wanted to play the game. Did you kind of catch what that was about?
I did. The one thing I have heard about this game is it is very open in the story wise. You're given, like, because they talk about what's the Yotei 6 that you're going after, and you're given freedom to do that any way you want to go about it. I don't think it's linear at all. Like,
that's cool.
Where it's just like, oh, here's your hit list. These are the people you're getting revenge on. Go explore the world, figure out how you want to do it. So I mean so that feels like what they're showing there is, as you're just going through this world, you get to choose how you want to progress through the world. what you want to be focusing on at that moment, at that time. And really like dialing that back in from like, yeah, most open world games, yeah, you can just go do that, but trying to give it, I guess, more of a, what would I say, more direction to the player if they choose that they want to go do something. So you can always be like, no, I feel like doing this now, and you'll have some objective to grab onto and follow and to do what you're trying to do. As opposed to it just being self-made objectives in a lot of way.
Right.
That's what
And
I'm
then,
sensing. It's like it's a way for a player for them to give you a concrete goal, as opposed to you as a player being like, I'm going to do this thing, and then write it down or just in your head
yeah.
be like, I'm doing this thing.
Yeah, that's kind of the kind of what came across, and I'm excited by the prospect of it. I'm kind of curious about how it's going to work out mechanically, especially with the
Sure.
cards that you get. That part was a little opaque for me,
Yeah.
but the rest was, I mean, it's beautiful. It seems like there's a lot of reverence, like you said, for the area. I think there were some Ainu costumes as well, or even like a hood, or someone
Yeah.
called that out later. So I was thinking when I read that, wow, you really have to be pretty sensitive and figure out how you're going to address that. So I thought that was really
Yeah.
cool. I love Kurosawa mode is back, and that's very cool. But that they've added a couple more. I don't remember the
Yeah.
director's name, but where the combat is like up close and fucking bloody as shit. Looks
Takashi
so good.
Miike.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know if I can recommend anyone watch his movies. So I haven't ever watched his samurai movies. I've watched 2 of his modern set movies, and they're a lot. They're intense, and you need the special kind of Japanese art house, violent film. Over the top, absurd, but kind of disturbing.
Yeah.
And when I saw that they're doing a mode in that, I was like, oh no. Uh, it's not as bad as like his movies can be pretty insane. If you want to just have a general idea, one of his famous movies he did, I'm not going to say what it is on this. If you want to look it up, go ahead. The movie is called Audition.
Okay.
It will mess you up.
Oh God. Okay. No thanks.
But I read the script. I mean, you can just read the plot synopsis on like Wikipedia and
Okay,
stuff, and
I'll
you'll
do
be
that.
like,
Yeah.
what in the world? Um, um, yeah, actually made me kind of feel ill, that movie. But yeah, they're doing that mode. And so, yeah, just like they said, zoomed in, more blood and gore and mud
Yep.
everywhere. Like, yeah, just really dirty, kind of, crazy. And then the Shinichiro Watanabe.
Oh my God, this mode is wild. This sounds so cool. Fucking
Uh,
lo-fi hip hop beats.
yeah, because he did Samurai Champloo, but the other thing he did that he's probably most known for is Cowboy Bebop.
Oh.
He's the director. He was the director of Cowboy Bebop, and then Samurai Champloo was one of his post Bebop shows.
So the original Bebop, you mean?
Yeah,
Not
the
the live
TV.
action.
No, not the live, the anime.
Okay.
He
Oh
did
my
the anime.
God. Really? Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's the director of the anime. And he's just known for that. Music is very important to the works that he does, so it makes sense that they're like, yeah, we'll do this like lo-fi beats exploration kind of thing. What's
I love
interesting with
loaf.
both of these modes and then this Kurosawa mode is they got like the sign off from the estate on Kurosawa, and then the 2 living directors like signed off on like, yes, you can use my name. I approve of you doing this.
Right, because for Kurosawa mode, like you could have, they did it for the first one too, but you could just have a
Yeah,
black and white mode that is, more than
yeah,
black and white. I mean, obviously there's a lot of lighting and shading and whatever else, and not called it that. But this is what you're going for. Go for the gold standard, I guess.
yeah. And in a way that the estate is cool with it. That
Yeah.
is like, yes, we will license the name to or whatever. Give you permission to use the name, which is crazy. Oh, yeah. I'm wondering on if I the colors are so incredible in the game. I'm like always kind of want to do it in Kurosawa mode, but I really want to see the world pop and all the color that comes
That's
from
exactly how I
Japan.
feel too, is that I never played the first one in Kurosawa. I just checked it out for a little bit, but the game is just too beautiful in the vibrant colors for me to want to do it
Yeah,
all in black and white. I played the first one all in Japanese, and when the state of play happened, it was all in English, and I was like, wow, this is fucking weird. I'm not
yeah,
used to this. I'll probably do it in Japanese. I'm doing
yeah,
Assassin's Creed Shadows in Japanese as well.
yeah. It makes
You have to be
yeah,
able to read
it's
the subtitles quickly.
yeah. I have the state of play going. Yeah, they open on like um, I can't remember the protagonist's name. Her walking out on a cliff, and then Mount Yotei is right across the fields and stuff from her. No, it's a very striking visual. It
Oh yeah.
makes me want to. Bucket list. I'm going to Kaido at some point in my life. And I will go to Mount Yotei now just to see it. When I go there.
Yeah. The lo-fi beats piece it was jarring to me. It didn't really fit, but I'm curious how that's going to work. It's fun, but
Yeah, I mean it's different than the others, and I mean it might be really cool whenever it's just a like yeah I'm not doing any progressing any like major story or anything. I'm just lo-fi beat, just cruising through the world,
yeah,
um, riding your horse with the wind blowing, guiding you where you're going.
yep,
Again, the thing that that constantly stands out in this the first game in this one like just no UI anywhere.
yep. Hmm.
Like it's just you and the world, and it's amazing.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, Ghost of Tsushima, the UI would pop up every once in a while and like quickly
Yeah.
fade away.
Yep. Only show
It's
you
really,
it when you need to see something. Other than that,
yep,
keep it off screen.
exactly. The story is interesting. I mean, I was I've put probably 12 hours into Assassin's Creed Shadows now. Still have not got Yasuke. Still have just Naue. But it's the same idea where there's a revenge because your father was murdered and you're going after the people who killed him. And I kept waiting for Naue to wipe the name off of the sleeve. But after seeing this state of play, I'm like, oh shit, it wasn't Shadows. It was Ghost of Yotei that does that,
Oh,
or
yeah,
wipes
yeah,
it, the bloody sword across. I'm curious, having those two hit in the same year. They're not similar, but they are similar. I'll be interested
yeah.
to see how that lands.
They will be compared because they're
Yeah,
both open world games set in Japan, and even when Tsushima came out, we're like, I remember us saying it, and a lot of people saying they're like, well, since Assassin's Creed waited too long,
yep,
Ghost of
exactly.
Tsushima is the open world game in Japan now.
Yep.
And I think they're still going for it. And
It
I
feels different
guarantee you,
enough, I think so.
Shadows is going to be compared still of being like what. And I think you can, and not in the like. You might have preferences on the combat, but I actually think you could probably be pretty objective on how well each game handles or doesn't handle its open world and
Yeah.
things to do, and like there are aspects where I feel from a design standpoint, I could objectively look at these two once they're out. I'd still want to play Shadows and see where they chose different paths and which ones worked
Hmm.
out better or not.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope you get the Shadows. The more that I play of Shadows, the more I'm like, yeah, this is great. It's just
I want
like,
to.
it's really well done Assassin's Creed set in Japan. Like it's a great setting and it's like really well done. Like it's
Yeah,
not like revolutionary, but like, man, it's the Syndicate to Odyssey to this game, that team.
yeah,
And it shows the quality of that team. So, the comparisons will be there, but God, Yotei, I mean, that's one of the few games I'm going to pre-order at full price this year. It's basically that
yeah.
one and Donkey Kong Bonanza. That's basically it for me this year.
Uh, I'm kind of annoyed with the pre-orders. Again, I want physical. I want a physical copy of this game. But
Yep,
if you
me
get
too.
physical, you get regular edition, or you have to spend for the $250 collector's edition, which is sold out everywhere. They don't do a physical deluxe. They only do to match. There's a digital deluxe. There's
I
like
thought the
a
collector's edition was only digital game.
Oh, maybe the collector's editions, but it comes with like a mask and everything.
Oh yeah, it comes
Does it
with a
just?
bunch of physical stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's a bunch of physical stuff, but they give you a digital game. Like,
yeah,
but there
exactly.
is no way to get a physical game that includes the deluxe content.
Oh, and you can't upgrade when you have the
I
disc.
bet there's probably an upgrade, but I
Okay.
mostly like, can I just have a one disc that just has it,
Yeah.
please?
Yeah. Exactly.
It's, I know, first world problems, but I'd like to feel like I own the things that I buy.
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, what else in the trailer got me? The music. The music is incredible. Like, I went to go to your streaming service of choice, Spotify, Apple Music, probably maybe even on Amazon Streaming or anywhere else. There's 3 Ghost of Yotei tracks already streaming, and they're
And they're the ones
incredible.
that were in the state of play, if I
Yeah,
recall
yeah,
correctly. Yeah.
yep. And they're really cool. They use
That's
traditional
awesome.
Japanese instruments and some Western instrumentation on top of it, and they're really neat.
Seeing them put that into the trailer, where like we care enough about the music for you to see them playing the traditional instruments.
Uh-huh.
I thought that was really cool.
Uh, uh, the shamisen was the traditional thing that the main
Yeah,
character
that's
plays.
right. Hmm.
I love that instrument. I love how it sounds.
Yep.
I've kind of low key had not an obsession with it, but just like I will listen to that music. Weirdly, since the Wii came out,
The Wii.
there's a commercial for the Wii that is prominently has a Shimasen song
Oh,
done by the Yoshida brothers, and which I have like 3 of their albums, and they're like modern Shimasen players, and man, their music is incredible. If you just
that's
like the sound of that instrument, it's so good.
that's cool.
I will listen to that stuff whenever doing design work because man, does that get me in the right place. Um,
Well, it sounds
so
like there's
yeah,
going to be a lot of original music.
I know, I know. And they putting it in this game, I'm like, yep, I'm sold. I
It's
can
going to be
just
great.
go in and be a bard and just. Well, they show her at a camp,
Yep.
and you can just pull out and you just, I want to play the music. And I'm like,
I love that.
awesome.
So some of the stuff at the camp is really interesting, like the first person. I don't know if the instrument was first person, but like the shish kebab or the fish that you
Yeah,
were roasting or whatever.
yeah,
There's some cool mechanics at the camp, including people like some of the vendors just like stop by and were like, "Hey,
yeah,
you are due for an upgrade." Like, fuck, this is great. Just show up instead of me have to go track you down in some town.
yeah. Um, that's a nice change. And also just a neat way of doing the open world aspect of you do have some downtime and let us bring it to you sometimes.
Well, it reminds me of fantasy novels. Sometimes where like the party camps, and then sometimes people approach, like they see your
Yeah,
fire in the woods, and they're like, "Hey, can I sit down?" And you're like, "Is this a friend? Is this an enemy? What's going on here?"
yeah. The first when they were showing that, the person showing up while you were camping, the first one was like an older person. It gave me let's find it in the trailer. It gave me Princess Mononoke vibes.
Oh,
Because there's a scene early-ish on in the movie where the main character he's set up camp and like a traveling merchant he's just kind of sitting at his camp cooking and it's up in the mountains and the traveling merchant's like, hey, I'm coming through, and just sits down and there's a scene where they just sit and talk for like 5 or 6 minutes and they're just talking, and this gave me, I was like, this 100% is paying homage to that scene. It just completely felt like, hey, person is just also a fellow traveler showing up, and you're just chatting about the state of the world,
yeah.
and what you've seen and what's going on.
I felt like this state of play itself had so many Easter eggs hidden in it that the game must have many more
Oh
of a
yeah.
similar vein. You know.
Um, yeah. I am very excited though. This is I posted it immediately after I watched it late because I was working that day. But then I posted it into our work Slack and was like, "Yep, this is my most anticipated game for the rest of the
Yeah.
year,
Yep.
easily." I mean, it and Tactics are up there. Final Fantasy Tactics. But,
Yep.
I should say new game, this one. I know what Tactics is.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yep. I don't know
This
what there is for the rest of the year. For me, it's Bonanza, Tactics, and then the Ghost of Yotei, and that kind of will do me for the whole year, pretty much.
probably, I think for the most part, I mean, this is October 2nd is when it comes out.
Yep.
This is probably a good chunk of my October, November, probably.
Yes, me too. If it's anything like Ghost of Tsushima, I mean, I'll be obsessed with it for a couple months.
Yeah.
I'll have. I mean, I was playing then. It was summertime, so I had. And it was fucking first year of the pandemic, so I had a ton of time. So it'll probably take me longer because I'm more busy now, unfortunately.
Yes. But yeah. Yeah, just going through the trailer, the combat looks awesome. Again, like of course, keeping the like, if you pull this off right, you just finish fights before they start.
Yep.
And you have your
I love
wolf
that
that
part
you
of
can send at the
Tsushima. Dude, that wolf, I cannot remember from Tsushima. Was Jin Sakai, was his nickname like the wolf of some kind? Wolf of, in any way?
Was he the wolf or?
I can't
I don't
remember.
remember.
But I was like, if that's true, like, I wonder if like the wolf is like the spirit of Jin or something.
Maybe. Was it a wolf or did they call him the demon of Tsushima?
I can't
I
remember.
can't remember.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, he's the white wolf. I'm like, no, that's Geralt.
Yeah, that is true.
I was mixing up my games.
Well, nothing on Wikipedia about it, so I don't know.
The thing that I'm most impressed with Tsushima, or goddammit, Yotei, is that it's 5 years after Tsushima. Like they managed to get out a AAA game in 5 years instead of like what seems like typical 7 now, or longer.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Again, I feel like they're building off the bones of what they had and not. They're definitely. I mean, it helps that the first game was actually just solid, very solid game, and they didn't have to do like major system revisions. They could iterate and make something better. I think they've iterated much further than I thought they would, but they still they have good foundations and good bones for this series, and they're smart and going. We're not going to throw those out. We're going to just make them better. We're not going to try to like reinvent absolutely everything. And get themselves in one of those positions where they've thrown out all the good things, or screwed up the balance that they had. So I'm excited to see it. 5 years for this type of game seems right. That's how long I think making something like this would take based on just the amount of content you have to make.
Yeah.
The amount of art, and really actually it's the amount of art you have to make is pretty insane. So yeah, 5 years. That the AAA 5 years. I would seems correct.
It's nice to see after all the shit we saw with Microsoft in the last week or two around there's games that were announced in 2018 and those studios didn't produce anything and they got closed and canceled projects and shit. So this is nice to see.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. Have you pre-ordered it yet?
No, because that was where I was looking around trying to figure out how do I want. I was still in the process of figuring out if there was only that one physical version, which I think there is. That's all I seem to find on like Best Buy or Amazon is that physical version or a collector's edition that, as you mentioned, I didn't even notice, doesn't actually come with a physical disc. It comes with a digital.
Yeah.
Of course. You give me all this other physical stuff, but you won't give me the game physically. Cool.
I guess the only reason it makes sense is that they have two different kinds of consoles. So like everyone who owns any console can buy this one version and play the game on both. But man, it sucks for the people who have disc drives who actually want a fucking disc.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So.
They are in a place where they can't.
They can't put a disc in there. I mean,
honestly, it's a collector's edition. Just give both, whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah,
give
exactly.
A disc.
Yeah, sure,
put a disc.
Someone might give it away.
Yes,
might give it away, but whatever. You're not making enough collector's editions to make a dent. in
Yep.
your sales.
I agree. I think that's a great idea that they'll never do.
No, not at all.
Uh,
But yeah, I'm excited. Um, Definitely my most anticipated game for the rest of the year.
yeah.
When is Tactics? That's
September
September.
30th. September
Oh,
30th.
no,
So yeah, not great, huh?
no. Okay.
I
Oh,
wish tactics were earlier.
oh my! It's the same week.
Yeah.
Tactics is Tuesday. This is Thursday.
Ugh. Well, I'm
Well,
two of my most
I'm
anticipated
glad.
games this year are coming out
I'm
the
glad
same
it
fucking week.
bridges 2 months because I get my games budget for each month. I'm not
Perfect.
trying to cram it into a single month.
Yeah, but that's gonna be
Uh,
hard because I'm gonna put down tactics to start Ghost of Yotei immediately. So
Yeah, and the thing with I think that's okay. I think the thing with tactics is you don't. It isn't a game you have to like binge through. Like if
hmm
you just are like, hey, I have this one, I'm playing a battle a night.
yeah, I think
You'll
that's right.
you'll get through it pretty well.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a great idea actually for that game.
um, I mean, I've totally played it like that after in preceding years. Where I'm like, oh, I don't really binge it. I play a battle or two because I just want to for a little bit. I don't. You're not harmed by playing it that way. Man, yeah, that's exciting.
Yep.
I don't
So
know. Play
stoked.
these two games right then. This will be great. Um, yeah, I'm just watching this trailer. It looks so good. Um, and there's new PS5s. That's right. They
Oh,
showed
that's right. The plates for
the plates, and yeah, just I mean, you can buy the plates separately. Great, because I might do that. But they're actually also have console bundles as well, that a
yep.
black and a gold.
I think one's a slim and one's a pro. I think the black's the
I
pro and the gold is the slim, maybe.
I think so. Um, they are. What is that? And it's interesting. They even the way that the plates are made with the gold, because they were showing it and I was like, oh, it's like there's kintsugi is the thing where you take like a Japanese like a clay pot, and then
And if
it's
you break it and you put it back together.
fixed with gold in between,
Yep.
and that is an actual like craftsmanship of Japan kintsugi, and the plates totally have that look, and I thought that's what the vibe was.
Yeah. Well, I love that because it's accentuating the damage. Like we're not going
Yeah,
to hide it. We're going to put it together and like emphasize it.
and make it
It's so
beautiful.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I remember I took my guitar to the luthier and after I had changed out the machine heads and there are different screw holes, and I was like, I'm not sure what to do with it. And he's like, well, Kintsugi, you should just accentuate those holes. I was like, what? And he told me all about it. I was like, wow, that's a really cool idea.
Yeah. Did see they had the console. See if I can find the web page.
I just want
They are selling plates.
yep.
I'm like, are they plates for? Oh, they are. I think they are plate. They at the bottom of the page they have plates for the Slim,
Yep.
and they have plates for the PS5 I have. The original.
I don't think so.
No.
No, because I went and looked at them, and I also saw people complaining online about it. There are plates for the Slim, and there are plates for the Pro. There are not plates for the original
But why does it have a disk drive? Is a
because the Pro
Slim
has a
has
disk drive.
is that one? Does the Pro have a disk drive?
Uh-huh.
Or it's an
I
attached?
mean,
Or is it an
you can
attached? You have
get
to buy it.
yeah, you can get one. Yeah.
Okay, this
Otherwise,
just
it's
looks. I don't know. I'll post. Can't put the because maybe you can see these and I'll be like, tell me I'm dumb.
let's see here. So yeah.
The,
Do-do-do.
the one on the left.
One on the left, yeah, is the Pro.
So how does the disk? Does it just fit over the disk drive?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Yeah, so the bottom right one is just that whole panel is just one that goes over the disk drive.
Okay. Well, that's dumb.
So, I mean, I will allow that I am wrong on this. I just that's what I took from um, that's what I took from the direct or the state of play. I mean, and that's what I saw across the internet. People pissed off that they couldn't get the plates for their
Oh,
original
no, it is
PS5.
right there. It has a thing. Compatible with PS5 consoles, CFI-2000 model group Slim, with or without disk drive.
Yep,
Boo.
yep. Because I mean, our original one, that there were just two panels, left and right. There weren't like four panels, which is what the
Right.
Slims and the Pros have now. So,
Uh,
yep. If you own the original PS5, you don't get plates.
Boo. Sony,
Yeah,
come on.
I know. Just go to Alibaba and get the ripoffs eventually, I guess.
I guess
Um,
so. And people ask why you pirate things sometimes. Because
exactly.
people do this crap.
I
Um,
just want the DualShock. I want the gold DualShock.
yeah. The DualShock looks really cool.
Yep.
Wilson,
My
yep,
my wife will
gold.
say, "You need another controller." It's like, not sure about that. But look at it;
What?
it's beautiful.
Yeah. Look at those gold brushstrokes.
Exactly.
How do you expect me to play this game without this controller? Like,
Exactly. I need it.
seriously.
Yep. Well, it's going to be problematic when the new Astrobot controller comes out where the eyes fucking blink because the original one
Oh,
doesn't have
jeez.
that. I
Yeah,
assume
yeah.
that's what the thing's going to be. It's like, I need that one too. Oh, man. Like, stop. Speaking of Astrobot, Cloud and Sephiroth are finally in it. My daughter is ecstatic.
Saw that. Um,
Yeah.
that took a while, and nothing else with like, there's no levels or anything to go with them,
No,
right?
no,
They're
it's
just
just it's a speed run level that they made is not themed to Final Fantasy. At least as far as I know, I haven't played it. But then at the end, if it's anything like the other speed run levels, like when you got the Helldivers or whatever, it wasn't a Helldiver level. But they're the
okay.
bots at the end. You'll get Cloud for just beating the level, and you'll get Sephiroth for beating the level under a certain time.
All
So
right.
that's how the last ones worked.
I mean, I'm glad
So,
they're there, but come on, Final Fantasy level. Let's do it.
oh my god, that'd be fucking amazing. So good. You been playing anything else this week?
Um, well, let's see, we talked about Expedition 33. I beat it. Haven't touched it. No, actually. Well, I played some more Diablo 4.
Oh, nice.
Sork Hydra is awesome. They changed Hydra.
Oh, nice.
And so yeah, I just run around as a sorceress and um put Hydra heads down and they kill everything for me.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, okay. The right level of nostalgia there.
Yes, that's cool. For me this week, I just played the Anbernick on the way over here.
Nice.
And I played a GBA game. I played Fire Emblem Sacred Stones, I think it's called.
Oh, nice.
Um, it's fucking great. My God, the writing's really, really good. I'm really surprised. Like, it's localized really well. I'm not sure what's going on, but it's fucking really good, and the battles are really good. It's like really good Fire Emblem, like Awakening kind of Fire Emblem. Um, yeah, there's one line that stood out. I was just some enemy or whatever was just like, "You're a corpse that doesn't know it's died yet." I was like, Jesus Christ, this thing goes hard. But I played on the plane over here, and that's it. I haven't played anything else since. I've been at night working on my doctoral work, and then watching some shows with my wife. And then today I went and saw Superman,
Nice.
which was
Uh,
really good, man.
I mean, I've heard great things. I feel like I need to see it so I can just wash out the
Snyderverse.
Snyder
It,
Batman, which I despised. Man, I
yep.
hated Man of Steel so much. And it
It's
was
really
I felt like everything I've seen with this new Superman is just like, oh, it understands the character.
I think
Actually,
it, yeah, and it does some really smart things with how you tell a Superman story. Like even the way
yeah,
it starts, the way it's I don't want to spoil anything, but boy, they really did a damn good job. There were people I didn't know people were in the movie. I haven't heard anything about it other than some people were pissed off that it was woke and that people were liking it.
Sure,
And I was like, oh, that's
whatever.
enough for me. I'm going to go check it out. And I'm so glad I didn't know some of the stuff that was in it, stuff that you probably know about. But I was surprised by it. That was really cool.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think there's probably stuff I don't know. I've only seen the trailer, the one or two trailers for it, and I
I
know
didn't
that
see a
like
single trailer. Yeah.
I like Nathan Fillion's in it. I know
That surprised me.
as
That's
an
one thing I didn't
asshole
know.
Green Lantern.
Yep.
Uh,
It's so perfect, man. I was just like, whoa, Nathan Fillion's in this. This is great. Oh
yeah,
shit, he's not Hal. He's someone else. Oh, he's a different Green Lantern.
yeah, yeah. Well, him and James Gunn go back a long. Um,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, they've been friends for an incredibly long time. Pre Firefly stuff, like Nathan Fillion was in early James Gunn movies, a couple of them.
Okay.
And they've been friends. Like Nathan Fillion's had cameos in like the first Guardian. He was a voice in in the first Guardians of the Galaxy. I want to say he's been in like at least somewhere in most of James Gunn's movies.
Oh, that's cool.
And so like,
What's it?
here, be a jerk, Green Lantern, go to town.
So good. Well, this is a bit of a Firefly reunion because, I mean, as always, Alan Tudyk's in it. So
Oh, I didn't know that. Who's Alan
yeah,
Tudyk?
he's one. He's a voice.
Oh, he's a voice. I was
He's a
wondering
voice.
if he was doing that or not. He's gotten very good with like mocap and voice work.
Yeah,
So
no, yeah, he's been everywhere. But he's really good. Oh man, it's so good. And then tonight, my program starts tomorrow. I got all my work in, so I'm just chilling tonight. I'm gonna watch, or at least start watching, K-pop Demon Hunters.
I heard good things about it. Like
Me
I have
too.
not been I've side-eyed it, being like, are you serious? Should I care? Because there's been some
I've
people
heard
at work
enough.
that have been so positive, and I'm like,
Yep.
really? This?
I've heard enough really weird stuff about it. I'm like, I think this is interesting. And the thing that sealed it for me was someone who was actually complaining about it. He was like, it's a musical. And I thought, it'd be like a song, a couple songs here, a couple songs there. There's like a song every 5 seconds. I'm like, perfect. That's exactly what I want. That sounds amazing.
All right,
So
all right.
I'm going to check that out tonight.
In
and then
a dorm. That's what you're gonna do.
in a dorm. Yeah. Yep.
In a dorm bed.
I'll
Relive
be at
that life.
I'll be at the I'll be at the desk. But actually, you know what? Fuck. I was laying in bed before I got on the podcast with you, listening to. I was fucking feeling like back in my college days. I was like, all right, top rock albums of 2001. I started listening to Bleed American by Jimmy Eat World, and I'm like, God damn, this album kicks
Yes,
ass. Just listening to the whole album and laying in bed,
that
I was like,
album's
oh,
so good.
this is college, man. This is great. Oh
I
man.
saw them. God, the record shop doesn't exist in Seattle anymore, but I went up and they performed like a 6-song set at, I think it was Silver Platters by the Seattle Center. It was just a record shop, not big. There was no seats. You just were in the record shop and just listened to Jimmy Eat World perform.
That's
like
crazy.
6 songs
That's so good.
off that album. They were promoting that album. I'm like, what? Why am I doing
That's so
this?
good. I saw them right before the pandemic hit. They're opening for Third Eye Blind, I think, and they just played the whole
Sure.
album. And I was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing! Forget Third Eye Blind. This is what I want."
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, man, reliving those early college years.
Yeah. I always find it funny because University of Puget Sound, for their reunion weekends,
Mm-hmm.
they allow people, if they want to come to the reunion week, to stay in the dorms.
Oh, oh man, that's
I'm like, well, that'd be a. They're like, you want to relive your college years and stay in the dorm for the reunion weekend? And I'm like, no, but
yeah, it's everything you remember.
yeah, pretty much. Well, cool.
Yep, it's good times.
Yeah.
Well, anything else for the podcast this week?
Nah, I'm good.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for listening. If you like our podcast, please rate it on your podcast service of choice. And we will be back next week to talk about that Nintendo Direct that is surely happening. This is the season to keep saying this every week. All right, folks. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.